Hey guys and gals, welcome in today. We are here at the OS, here for the Queens match. I'm in the booth with Kyle, our newest commentator. Is that
What's
your
up?
nickname, Kyle, the newest commentator?
I guess so, man. If that's what it is.
That's what it might be. Anyways, we got Connie Wasinger playing against Holly DeVillers, and neither one of these ladies actually have won the Queens to be where they are. They actually are both new today. Look at all that practice Holly did beforehand. She lost by 3 feet.
Hey, you said we weren't going to mention that one.
Well, everybody was watching her practice.
She didn't hit it as good as she was practicing, huh?
Right. Anyway, so Connie won the leg, so she gets to pick the game, and now they're going to leg again to see who gets to break. Because neither one of them were the queen. Okay, they're going to play 8-ball, is what they decided. Now they'll leg again to see who gets to break.
Oh, the 8-ball, huh? We got Miss Connie from Nina. And we have Holly, who is from Oneida.
Oneida. You can tell you're not from Wisconsin.
No.
Oneida
dude.
Nation.
Oneida.
I don't. 6.
Race to 6 for 8-ball.
Yeah, correct. Yep.
Okay, let's get it started.
Well, and it's funny because originally when we set it up, we made the rotation games longer.
Right.
But it seems like the ladies, it should be the opposite way. I think they play less rotation.
Yeah.
So it actually takes longer for them to play the rotation game than it does for them to play. That time it paid off for Holly.
There you go, Holly. There you go.
She didn't care what game they played. She just wanted to win the first break.
Psyching her opponent out a little bit with that first one. Bait on the hook, you know.
Right. Maybe Connie got overconfident. Well, I want to thank everybody for joining us. Make sure you get out there and share the stream. That is how we get this thing running for free every week.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Andrew. Andrew reminds us every week, like and share. Happy New Year to you, too.
Happy New Year's, everybody who's tuning in. Is it New Year? I got
It
somewhere
is.
to be.
2023. It's either going to be my year or it's not, I tell you.
I don't even know it's going to be my day yet.
It's the first day of the year.
I can't think about a whole year, man. I just think about it moment by moment, really.
All right, Holly going for the break here. First break in 8-ball, race to 6.
She's got the 2-ball in front.
Kelly Burdine chiming in with good luck for these ladies. Oh, the hearts and the 8-balls flying in the chat.
There you go. Playing some 8-ball on the first day of the year. All right, we got Holly to break here. She's breaking from the middle.
Oh, how appropriate. 23 viewers in 23. We need a few more than that, though.
Yeah, it's a little early, you know, especially on the West Coast where I'm from.
Well, especially considering it's New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Happy to see anybody up yet.
Yep. We got some pool players here in action now.
Holly jumping right into it, but we're going to take a look from the top here. Take a look what she's got. Solids do look pretty solid.
Inviting,
actually.
Yeah, that's it.
4 balls a little bit. You got to get just right on it.
Yep, and she's jacked up over the 14. You really got to focus on pocketing that ball.
Shooting pretty quick here. Starting out.
All right. So we got Connie here with the stripes. Obviously I think she'll start with the 11 here. Probably play that 9-ball short side up table, huh?
I would think you want to get up on the 12. I mean, once you get up to that 12 or that 15, you're at the right end. I think the 13 is the toughest ball to get out of that pack up there. So, yeah, I think you're right. I think you just roll this in and then play for the 9 up in the far corner, top right corner.
Yeah, and then you take that cue ball past the side pocket, get to the 12. You know, that 13 ball is the issue, but if you wanted to knock it out early, I think it might squeeze by between the 8-1. So there it is. That was good pace.
So she's okay here. She's going to end up going to the 15 next, though. I don't think she's got the right angle to get around the 8 to get up for the 12, so I think she's going to have to play the 15 next here. So not too far forward.
It's just a smooth stroke here.
Good shot.
That was beautiful.
Yep, ends up perfect for that 15. This is a little tricky. I mean, if she doesn't get the leave on the 12, she might be behind the 8 for anything else.
Right. And that 10 doesn't go on the side.
Yep. She messed up the solid.
I was gonna say that might end up pretty good. We'll see a little bit of a strategic game from here, I think, because that 15 is not very accessible, right? You can bank it, you can get absolutely perfect between the 3-7, but other than that, you're not really solving any problems with that 15. Where the ball's laid now, we'll see what Holly comes with. Nice little pop shot there. She's good on the 6.
I think if that 3 goes by there, I mean, that's the question. She hasn't even looked at it, so I'm assuming it must go. I could assume wrong.
Well, now she's probably got a kick at the 3, huh?
I am not real sure what she's
or
going to do here.
You can clip the outside of the 3 and play a safety, but she's going to call the 3 past the 15.
I mean, the problem here is that side pocket's about right where you got to hit.
Yep.
So she ends up thick, and yeah, I think she did leave her that 12 ball up there.
Right by the 3.
Yeah, I think so.
You think how it goes? Yeah, I think so too. I don't think she can hit. She can't hit it right now.
No, that's what I mean. From where she is.
Really?
I think maybe not. She's walking away from it, unless she wants to leave it there to be safe. But sure looks like it from the overhead.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. I know it's close. I might think twice about hitting that one.
Well, this is pretty safe here, playing this 10. Even if she missed this outright, there's nothing.
She drilled it, though. What a shot. She's got...
Connie's a good shot maker.
Connie, yeah, she's got a good stroke. And you can tell she's got a good pre-shot routine. She practices her form.
That was a nice thing. We ran learning leagues here for a long time and taught mechanics.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we had a lot of these players all played in those same leagues. So we really worked on mechanics in those leagues and teaching them the base. So if you watch a lot of the players around here, they have very similar mechanics.
Yeah. And they're all solid, to be honest with you, man. Like, teaching the right stuff, if you ask me, because Connie, you know, like I said, her pre-shot routine, which is probably more important than when you're down on the shot, because everybody's got their own little flair to their stroke, but if you really have a solid base and a solid head, it's easy to get down and be confident over that stroke.
100% the principle that I have is that I'm trying to teach proper. I'm not trying to teach you shots and leaves and all that. I want you to learn that for what you know. I want to give you proper mechanics so you can play the game how you want to play it. You know?
Right.
I mean, everybody's different. It's like personalities are different. I love the game for a different reason than you love the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
You pursue shots different than I do because you enjoy that part of it. You know what I mean? Like, I may like to slice a ball all the way up table where you might like to bank it. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Connie looks like that might have been probably a little bit of a two-way shot. If she makes it, she makes it.
I think Holly's got this shot. Holly's a strong player, actually. She plays good usually, and she's quite a shot maker. So
Holly's at a 402, and Connie's at a 359.
Yeah. don't know how I feel about the scoring for the ladies. It is tough to. It's not. It just isn't quite the same. Some of these ladies play.
Stronger than their.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of women play stronger than their Fargos.
I think it's because it bases itself on who you play a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think that they're affected a little bit more if it's their friend or if it's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not even that. I think it's they step up to the challenge when it's there.
Maybe.
You know, like if it is their friend, then they're worried. You know, they're worried about having a good time over trying to beat them into the dirt. Like if you or I were to step in the box, I want to beat you in the dirt.
Right.
And where the women want to have a good time, right. and you know, enjoy the process. All right, so we got this 8-ball for
good
Holly.
Good little out if she puts her down. See, Holly's a shot maker. That's why I was pretty confident she was going to get there for that rack.
Yeah, that was a nice out. And it looks like she actually slowed down a little bit halfway through that rack, settled in a little bit.
Yeah, her first couple of shots, she was rushing.
Yep, blood pressure might be a little high, you know.
Got to be American.
Yep, got to be American. Not Russian, man, got to be American. That's my shout out to my band teacher from first grade. So yeah, you know, when you first start, you always got that little bit of a heartbeat going, you know.
Stream will do that.
Yeah, I honestly, man, it doesn't even matter if I'm on the stream. I've only played on the stream like once or twice, and I really don't feel like it affected me that much, but when I start a match, I'm a little bit more.
Does that just mean you can't
jumpy.
miss any more shots than you normally do?
Oh, I miss all the shots possible. I've missed too many in my lifetime, man.
All right, Holly
I miss
to break.
The easy ones. Holly's breaking again. She's going to break from the middle again. Her first snap was pretty solid. It looks like she's got the 2-ball going in the front today. Somebody's got to tell her it's the first of the year, not the second.
7 going to get there? Not quite.
It was a really good split, though, you know. Look at how spread the balls are. The only problem I see, really, is that 11-1. And that's for Connie. Connie, obviously open table here. I only see a good starter on the solids. And honestly, I think other than that 11 ball, I think I prefer stripes if I could. But, like I said, there's no good starter on the stripes.
I don't know. I don't think there's nothing blocked on. I mean, the 1 ball, maybe, but that goes past over by the 2.
Right.
The 6. I mean, where I think stripes, you got to actually break some stuff. Same deal, though. I guess the 11 goes sideways there.
It's just that 11-1 there that's
maybe it's the
looming.
10 ball that's bothering me. Might actually be the 10 ball.
Oh, yeah. You got to play short side for the 10. Connie coming out with a couple good, solid strokes. She continues that. I could definitely see a good possibility of her getting out here. So she'll play the 2 here. Probably 1 rail to the 3 or the 4. Yeah, she'll play for the 4 because she's hitting straight top here. Oh, it died off that rail a little bit for me, and she's got perfect shape on the 3 here.
Yeah, 3 gives her a good angle to come over to the 1. I mean, she would much rather. I mean, I like taking the 3 out of there. It doesn't help you.
Yeah.
It's actually not in the greatest spot, so it's good to get it out of there and then create an angle on the 4 to get over to the 1.
Yep. Make sure, yeah. We'll see how she plays.
Matt, what's going on? Happy New Year to you, sir. Got Kyle and I in the booth today.
You said Mad Matt?
Mad Matt.
You know, we're here at the Mad Apple, so.
Hold on, you don't want to get. Yeah, she didn't want to straighten that out quite that much, though, I don't think.
Well, this is a. I mean, really, no matter how you angle it out, you gotta have some good touch to get to that one ball.
Yeah, she didn't even try to run into him. I think that would have been my plan, is run into him.
Run into the 11-1.
Yeah.
Yep. I would also even almost consider playing the one past the 11 in that opposite corner. So now it looks like she's kicking here. She'll probably kick at the 5 ball. I would kick at the 5 ball from right here. Heavy left, a little bit of low. Around the 8, 1 rail. She looks like she might go 2 rails here. That's what she's lining up. Or even the 1 rail off the short rail at the end there. Now it looks like she's kicking 2 rails. Yep, that's always a tough hit, man. The 2-railer, I think, is probably the hardest bank in the game. I play a decent amount of one pocket, and I still have not figured out the 2-rail bank. I don't understand it. It's really, really touchy. You know, you got to get that. You really got to hit a acute angle off of those 2 cushions, you know, and catch your second cushion pretty darn close to that corner pocket when you're hitting a 2-rail. Because if you don't, it ends up wide, like she ended up wide there, and you really got to squeeze that pocket to get a nice tight angle when you're kicking 2 rails or banking 2 rails. Last name? My last name's Drake.
Oh, that's easy enough. Here, I'll do that for you.
No caps. Not that important. All right, so we got Holly here running out the rack. Oh, it looks like I might have missed a scratch. You missed a scratch, so Connie's got ball in hand, so she got a real good chance to deal with this 1 ball. She's got 1-5-8, and the 8 doesn't pass the 11 there in the corner pocket, so looks like any other pocket is available off of the 5 here. And I'm not. It looks like that 5 ball passes the 12 if she was going to play short side for the 5 down table. But that's still that's a tight shot. If that's what
It's
she
touchy pushing forward like that, trying to find that speed just right, especially when you're making impact to the 1 as soon as you are.
That's what she's
hit it
she's
perfect,
gonna do. Yeah, she did great with that, and she put the cue ball on the rail for ball in hand, which I honestly don't think I've ever seen. So she handled that really well, and she still has that problem with the 8 ball here going
it's
past
perfect,
the
I think,
11.
right? Stop shot here.
Oh, okay.
Stop shot plate right in the side.
Yeah,
I mean,
she can dig it a little bit.
I think she's far enough off the rail that she can get underneath this and just hold it right there. Honestly, if you don't have to draw it, even, I don't think.
Right. You can take a cut on the 8 there. And the equipment here plays so well that really you can hit this with a decent pocket speed, and it should slide in off that corner.
What's going on?
I see this 5 ball sliding in off that corner if you do end up playing it really good pocket speed.
I tell you, New York and our weather must be almost identical, because Supka says the snow is finally gone and they're not freezing to death any longer. Sounds familiar.
That is awesome. Yeah,
Same
I'm not
here.
even wearing long sleeves. I mean, I'm from Arizona, so I brought the heat with me.
There you
But
go.
I enjoy the cool weather out here, to be honest with you. Oh, wow, she's hitting a little top here. Might run into a problem with that 8 ball.
Wow.
And like I
Decided
said,
to play that in the side, not the corner.
that 8 ball does not go past that 11.
Well, it does cut over that way. It's pretty tight, but it cuts.
You really think it goes by? She's got half a pocket at best here.
No, the other way.
Oh, yeah, that real thin cut.
Oh, that's right. Supkis is originally from Arizona, too.
Oh, nice. Yeah, see, we're bringing the heat, man. We'll see what she does here.
Well, I don't know what I think about that.
Right. Well, there is one good thing about that shot that she just hit. She did leave the 8 ball on that end rail. So no matter
I was
what,
just thinking that was a bad thing.
I think if Connie were, or if Holly were to run these balls out, she doesn't have a good out ball other than the 15. So we'll see. Now,
Well, she gets a shot.
in this instance, yep. This is a little bit of a do or die shot with that real thin cut.
I think I'm kicking this pocket speed just to leave the ball on the end rail if I miss.
I actually really like that shot, Kendall. Man, I gotta play some 8-ball with you. I
just learned how to play this game. I played 9-ball my whole pool career up until about 5 years ago, other than league.
Yeah. I am much more a rotation guy myself. There's too many options in 8-ball, you know. I'm a
she
shooter.
Call this in the side? Is she banking this to the side pocket? Is she cutting this? What is she doing? Cutting it, I think. Well,
She definitely went
not
for
thin
the cut.
enough.
Definitely went for the cut. She can leave the does that 9-ball that 9-ball passes the 12, right? That 9-ball passes
I
the
believe
12.
so, yeah.
That's where I'm
Looks like it.
starting. If not, then I'm playing
Supkis
the
says she's
15.
from Tucson, Arizona.
Oh, okay. The dirty Tucson. Tucson is it's a great city. It's a little dirtier than Phoenix, I think, but it's definitely not as populated or like downtown Phoenix is an ugly area.
Supkis has been around a while, so she probably lived in Arizona like 50 years ago or something like that, pretty close.
Yeah.
I don't know. How long ago were you there, Supkis? Good morning. What's going on, Tammy? And she says, "Go, Holly."
That was a great shot there. Running in the 14. She's gonna pocket this 15 with probably just a little bit of follow, or like a stun follow. See, there you go. That stun follow, that's a fun shot to hit. It's a good shot to have in your arsenal.
Just tap this in, take a little bit of a cut on the 8.
Yep. I
think that's what I would do.
Well, I like that. Or you could get spicy and play the 14 down the corner with a little
See,
bit
I remember that. That was a long time ago. Supkis said she left Tucson way back when the population was only 45,000. If that gives you any idea.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. That is a while ago. Was U of A even around back then? Because I remember rolling into Tucson and felt like she did play it down in the corner.
Yeah, she didn't get too easy on this 8, though. She's definitely got her work cut out. Either the bank shot here or cut it to the left.
Yeah, she's looking at the cut here. I'm looking at her off screen. She's playing the cut. She just called it.
Their ranch is now part of Tucson. Is what she said.
Yep. And I remember rolling in Tucson and thinking it was kind of almost ghetto looking, or like a desert, real desert.
Great shot. There it is.
Ooh, rattles that in for the second game. And Holly's got 2-0 and a race to 6.
Use a term from Patrick there and talk about wiping its feet on the way in.
Yes,
it surely
sir.
did. Take a quick look at that again. That was a great shot.
I always say those ones say goodbye on the way out.
Yeah.
They wave goodbye. Or you're ringing the bell, We're hitting each of the corners there, ringing the bell. But that's just a testament to pocket speed and knowing that you don't blast that in, you take a good smooth stroke at that ball.
Oh, what happened there? I guess I got to put a gap in there.
All right. Well, Holly's up 2-0 in a race to 6 here. She's breaking from the middle again. This time she's got the 7 ball in the front. anything but the one ball, right? I feel like I don't really care too much when I'm playing 8-ball, but I feel like I still just like the look of the one at front. All right, that's another dry break for Holly here. So we got Connie coming up with a open table. And
3 and the 11, no?
yeah, the 3-11 and the 2, even if you ended up moving one of the 3 and 11 a little bit, that 2 ball plays a little bit of a problem with the 2-3.
Well, so the 4 gives you an opportunity with the 2-3, I think, as far as the
like
break
that.
shot, but you still got the 1 up there to deal with. So, I don't know. Do you like stripes? There's not a lot of opportunity to get the 11 out, though. 7's in the way for the bank. So, she is going to take stripes, it looks like, but
With the starter.
my bad there.
She rattled that one a little bit, and she's going to leave an open table here for Holly.
Well, maybe you want Holly to start this thing off.
Yeah, I mean, that's not too bad of a decision. I don't really see a nice clear run out off the bat. And really, she took away all the good starters here, too. She's got the 9 ball. She could roll the 9 ball in and play the 14 next. And then you worrying about the 11. That 13 ball only plays in the short side, top right corner. Yeah. Yep, she played the 9 ball. She's got the 14 here. And she moved the 13 there. So when she makes that 12 ball does go. I'm looking at the overhead. That 12 ball is going to go. You got to get good shape on the 12, but it'll play.
Good morning, Rayanne. Happy New Year to you also.
And look at this. So now she's moving the 13 over here to the 2-4.
Just crush that ball. Send the 13 slamming into the 8-3, 11.
Crush it.
Crush it.
Huh.
Right.
Send them. I mean, that's gutsy, dude. You got the 8 ball looming. You don't know what's going to happen.
Well, that was not what she wanted to happen. I could promise you. That's what would have happened to me, too. Everything pushed in there tight. That was the idea, though. I said you had to let it run, though.
You gotta let it go, huh? That's when you let the stroke out. Okay, see that? I like that. She's just thinking real well, too. She's got a real nice angle on this 15, too. So this is another blast shot, I feel like. You blast this ball in.
Yeah, you got to get something open.
A nice pop shot. You don't put too much low on it. You just let that.
Uh-oh.
See, that wasn't enough low. A little bit more low, and you're staying down that rail. I feel like I would want to run into the 11 and open them up. But here, I'm just clipping the 11, I think. Playing down table. I would leave the 13 to 4 there, because there's not much to do with it.
Well, she got it open. It goes to the side now if she can get up there, but I think Connie's probably smarter than that and not going to... I mean, I wouldn't be making anything if I was Connie. I'd be pushing balls towards holes.
Yeah.
Let Holly have a couple more whacks at the 11 and the 13.
Right. I mean, realistically, if she wanted to, she could solve the 2-4-13 right now with the 5 ball. And that's
I don't like any of that. I think I would just
think she heard me.
And stay down here.
I think she heard me. She might play the 1 here. That's what she. Yeah, see, she tried to solve that problem. That's what she didn't want to do.
You almost broke that out completely for her.
Well, you still got that.
Went.
Yeah, that 3 ball's still the issue here, though. And the 11 is your protector for that 3 ball. So I'm staying away from the 11 until I get good shape on it to break out the 8 for the ender. Obviously, that's going to be your out ball. You only got 2 stripes.
Wait a minute, JJ. You're telling me that Holly's brother is Chris Foose? Get out of here. I wouldn't have known that. I don't know why I don't know that, but...
Well, she got a backwards snooker here. I call it a backwards
Well,
snooker.
I know what I forgot to talk about. For those of you who know Steve Metoxen, holy cow! I thought I saw a ghost when he walked in here. Like, honestly, I mean, I wouldn't say this except for he feels the same way. He pretty much counted out. Everybody figured he was just not going to be around anymore. He was very ill and up in Green Bay in the hospital. I mean, people were seeing him and really had no. And he comes walking in this morning. I had to look 3 times. I couldn't believe it was him.
Oh,
So-
man.
Oh yeah.
Back at the pool hall.
I don't know if I've ever hugged a man that hard in my entire life. It was good to see him.
Hugged him like he was your dad.
Oh
dude.
yeah, absolutely. It was good. It was good to see him. Can't believe I didn't think to say about that, but yeah, he's sitting over there right now watching this match. So.
No, that's awesome. That's really awesome to hear.
Oh man. I mean, the outlook was so horrible for him, and now here he is, and he's talking about it. He doesn't remember a lot of it.
Oh, that's even better.
Well, yeah.
Now he's just back at it.
He just remembers a whole lot of people yelling at him when he was walking, he said.
Man, that sounds like 80% of my life. I'm just trying to do it. Everybody wants to you scream and yell at me. You're doing that wrong. No, you know what? If you're still breathing, you're not doing too much wrong.
Well, and they had to take him off everything. It was him. It was his fight, 100%, that saved him. So, yeah, yay, Steve. I agree, Ray. Awesome.
Yep.
But they just basically had to take him off everything, and he was on his own to fight, and he tells you what a fighter he is. Just unbelievable.
Absolutely.
So,
speaking of fighters, we're going to see Miss Connie here step up. She's got solid, so her only offensive shot is the 1 ball. And that 11's nice and open now. It goes by the 7, it looks like. I think that 11 will go by the 7, right?
11 by the 7. Yes, sir. Side pocket. Either one. A little tighter going to the right than the left, I think.
So that means Connie's really got to step up and knock this. I mean, the only shot I really see is the 1
I would
ball.
play the 3-8-4, 2-4 combination and leave the cue ball behind the 7.
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't mind that at all.
So hit almost straight onto it. Well, she's hitting somewhere that direction. I don't know if she's playing that shot, but
it looks like it. It looks like it, man.
No. She just decided to bump the 5 out of
She's
there.
still staying behind the
Yeah, she played safe.
7.
You could have. I think you could have played into those. Not that you're necessarily going to make the 4, but you're going to
Open
them
up the
up, yeah.
3-8, which is what really accomplishes a lot in that shot. You're opening up the 3-8.
Well, if she would get ball in hand here, I think you take and you shoot the 4-2 into the 8-3, and again leave the cue ball behind, depending on if the 11's still sitting where it is after.
Right.
But she's got a shot to make this, and then the bank actually would
Absolutely,
go
a
across
kick.
corner too. Yeah.
A kick to make the 11. It's risky either way here for Holly. She's really got to. I feel like she's got to gun it. There's no safety because of that 1 ball.
Well, it's definitely advantage solids right now, beyond a doubt. But
Ooh, was that a tie goes to the runner there?
no, that was ball in hand for sure.
Yeah, it was a foul.
Yeah. So now Connie should be looking at playing that 4-2 and breaking the 8 off of those balls, I think.
Or really, she could even, because of how the 7 sits here, she could play the 7 on the side, break the 3-8 out, and then play the 2-4.
True.
She's got lots of options.
I
here.
just like that 7 because it's a safety.
Right.
You could just play straight into the 3-8 and roll the cue ball forward, just leave her behind the 7 again.
Correct. Yeah. That's why I don't like 8 ball, man. There's too many options. It's hard for me to pick out a run out. You know, there's just so many ways you can run out, or you could play a lock up safety almost every shot if you really wanted to. And then you know, at that point your opponent could kick a ball in and then do the same thing back. You know, there's 10 run outs after a good kick shot, and there's 10 safeties after a good kick shot. And so it's really a lot of personal preference, a lot of creativity that goes into 8-ball. There's a lot of creativity that goes into 8-ball. So we'll see what she does. Yeah, that 3-8 is the only problem I see on the table.
Sofkus, you're not even allowed to say that type of thing anymore. I don't care if you are a lady.
See, this is a little unorthodox for me, man. Like, you're not accomplishing much by taking the 6 out with the beginning, because you're not solving your problems here. 8-ball, the only thing I know is that.
Well, the last thing you want to do, I think, is eliminate this 1 here.
You wanna take care of your issues early.
Darn.
So I'm really interested to see what Connie does with this 3-ball, because that's the real issue here. I mean, you can always play that combo.
Well, that's gonna work out just right.
Look at her squeeze it in. That's
well, it went off the ball.
That's great, and she lined that combo up a little better with that unintentionally. But you gotta love when that happens. You gotta love when they just rub them right, right. And so
I think so. This is safety here.
Yep, you got to control the speed of this 5-ball as well, I think, so that way you kind of almost ensure yourself a safety off the 11, which controlling the 5 is no easy task. Roll through a little bit, yep, put it on the rail, just like she did. Really the best she could have done with that.
She's got options, though.
Mm-hmm. She's going to play this 11 in the bottom right corner, as you see it on the overhead here, probably. And then that angle, it takes you to the bottom left pocket with the cue ball, so you got to watch the scratch. Play this with a bunch of top, a little bit inside to avoid that pocket, and come back out to the middle of the table a little bit. Because if you hit it thick, you got to play it with outside, which is bringing you to that pocket.
Well, the only spot for the 8s is cross corner, I think. So
I don't even
look at this shot.
That.
Whoa. She had the shot on the 8, too. She could have banked it.
Wow, yep. All right, well, that was actually quite the productive shot here for Holly, because that makes any safety Connie wants to play a little bit tougher. You know, that 11 ball is quite accessible from anywhere on the table, whether it be a kick or, you know, leaves it open. So this is a touchy shot here. Yep, that's what I would have done. And what she did there, she tied up the 8-ball. Now that 8-ball doesn't go anywhere for the most part.
I think it still banks.
It still might
banks over there by the 11. But
you
it's
really
tough.
you got to stiff that ball.
Yeah, you got to get it past. So she'd have to be a little bit long on the leave.
And then you stiff that 8-ball. Yeah, you got to slam that 8-ball into the rail to stiff that angle up a little bit. And that 11 there is sitting on the left knuckle of the top right pocket. So really, I've learned that when you're playing on these diamond tables and that ball is super deep, I've always learned to hit a little draw, actually. You know, a lot of people don't think about that, but you play a little draw and it really releases off of that rail next versus dying, you know, when you hit a rolling shot or a little bit of top spin into that ball that's hanging in the pocket like that. The cue ball, it bites off that last rail.
What's going on, John Mager? How are you? Good to see you. Happy New Year to you also. And then we got famous YouTuber says, imagine a game, very difficult, but all balls must carry him off the 8. There's a game similar to that. It's called Russian, I think. And basically, you have to carry them you shoot every ball directly at the cue ball, and you have to actually pocket it off of the cue ball. So you're playing a scratch shot every time.
Oh yeah, I've seen that game before.
But you're doing it with the object ball, so you have to scratch with the object ball off of the cue ball.
Right.
And
So
run
you
the
play
record.
solids or stripes, and you're hitting solids into the cue ball or stripes into the cue
Yeah,
ball.
and you
right?
have to carry them off of the cue ball to make the ball into the pocket. That's a good game.
That's a great game for cue ball control. You really learn your scratch lines on that game. If you play that game for an hour and then go play 9-ball, you probably won't scratch the whole set.
Definitely is. And then bank pool in order, so 9-ball banks in order. That would be interesting. Banks can be boring enough at times, and I love banks, don't get me wrong.
I love banks too.
It's my favorite game.
Really? And you play banks on the 7-footers or what?
Both, 7 and 9.
I mean,
But 7-foot banks I like.
generally, banks are played on the 9-footer. Speaking of banks here, I don't mind banking this 8-ball here.
I think Holly's a cutter. I think you're going to see her cut this ball.
Yeah. I feel like the bank is a little safer. I can leave the cue ball on the end rail and then just leave a long straight shot on the 5 if I miss it. I cut that ball. I don't know what's happening to the cue ball. You might even scratch off the 5 into the side, or you might scratch 2 rails in the bottom left. But you're right, Ken.
I like
right.
the cut here. I think you have a chance that if you would miss this, you would end up blocking the 2
blocking
ball.
the 2.
And I think that there's enough room that you come off the edge of the 5. Fine. Oh, she overcut that even. That was a good effort.
That's a good effort, but Connie's coming up here with a good chance to get her first mark on the board.
5-2-8, 8-2 or 2-5-8.
I was gonna say it should be simple, right? Either way you play it. I like the 5 first, personally, I think.
Yeah, because you leave that natural angle that she has right now to get to the 8.
And you just minimize cue ball movement at that point a little bit. But she'll play the 5 in the side here. So this is all speed. This is all speed here coming off the end rail.
This is actually pretty tough. I don't know if she's going to get over enough.
A little stun left.
Yeah, she's got to get a lot because otherwise she's going to end up funny on the 10 here. Or on the 9, I mean.
Or on the 8.
Or scratch in the corner.
See, stun. You got to stun that ball. She rolled it in a little too much. A little bit more low is going to bring you to that end rail without scratching. And that left side is going to keep you on the correct side of the table there. And make sure you don't leave yourself too thin on that cut if you underhit it.
You got to be a famous YouTuber just by getting the name famous YouTuber, I think.
Well, if it was that easy.
I think just having that name alone would make you famous.
Hey, man, I must be doing it wrong because I think my YouTube name is Bobo Shamet.
Well, no wonder you're not famous.
Nobody's getting famous off that one.
Little timeout. Let's learn a little more about our players. Girls are gonna take a couple-minute break here.
All right.
So what do we got? So we don't care about that part. But what's going on?
Let's see.
We asked both players, what is your favorite game? What do you got? Favorite game for both of them? 10-ball. And what are we playing today?
I think we're playing 8-ball.
Crazy. So
who ended up deciding picking 8-ball today? It was
Connie won the first leg, yep. So she picked 8-ball.
It was
so
Connie.
Maybe she figured she had the technical advantage, even though her favorite game is 10-ball. Maybe she figured she could give Holly a better run at 8-ball.
Right.
Let's see. We asked both players, what table do you typically play on? They both play on diamonds, yeah.
Yep. We got a 7-foot player and an 8-foot player.
Who's the 7-foot player?
7-foot player is Holly.
Holly's 7-foot?
Holly enjoys the 7-foot, and Connie enjoys the 8-foot. Personally, I think I'm a 9-foot player, but, for as far as like a home table, I really enjoy the 8-foots. It's such a versatile table to learn on. You know, if you're home all the time playing on an 8-foot, you can move up to a 9-foot relatively easy, and you can definitely move down.
That's why like 90% of the tables that we install are 8-foot tables.
8-foot tables.
At home tables, yeah.
Yep.
Famous YouTuber said he collects cologne, but he does shoot some pool. Just paid off his 9-foot, well, 9-inch, but we know what you mean.
9-footer, baby. What brand is it? I had a 7-foot Connolly back in Arizona before I moved.
I'm sorry.
I really enjoyed the Connolly's are pretty nice. They're a little wider. They play a little bit more like a gold crown versus a diamond. And I do prefer the diamonds just because I feel like it's a shooter table. You know, it favors the shooter, which is honestly how I enjoy pool. You know, if I can outshoot you, I think I should win. Unless we're playing one pocket.
Yeah, Valley tables. That's what most of us grew up playing on. Diamonds are pretty new, actually. I mean, 2009, really, they went into the bar table business. So what is that? 2023, so 14 years?
Yep.
So they've really only been prominent for 14 years, especially in competitive pool. Before that, it was all Valleys.
Right. I was watching a stream the other day, and it was an old one-pocket match on a diamond table, but even then...
But that was a 9-foot diamond. 9-foot diamonds
Correct.
have been around for quite a while.
Right.
But the difference is all these smart tables and the stuff in the bars, the bar-sized tables, they just really started getting
really
into
newer on
the
diamond side.
Yeah.
And before that, it was a Valley. That was the bar table size, right?
Yeah,
Not
Valley.
even really gold crown.
Valleys, Fishers, old Fisher tables.
Yep.
The old Fishers had like a rack on the outside. It was funny how they worked, you know.
Never played on a Fisher.
Yeah, the old Fisher bar tables, there's still quite a few of those around, actually. We service quite a few in our pro shop here. Oh, Connie decided she didn't like where the 6 was, so moved it a bit. Not on purpose.
Of course not.
And I think it rolled right back where it went anyways.
And that's your opponent's decision, right? It's not
To move it
necessarily
back,
like a
yeah.
ball in hand situation.
If you move 2 or more.
Right.
So if she would have bumped the 6 into
And
the 5.
the 5.
Yeah, if she would have just tapped it in, it would have touched the 5 ball. That would have been a foul.
Yeah.
So if you affect the path of 2 or more, or the position of 2 or more balls.
Yep. And then, like, if you play a shot and move a ball, and the cue ball ends up in the path of that ball that you moved during, like, your stroke, that's a foul as well, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Yep. I know that from experience, unfortunately.
Nice. Well, I'll tell you, we got quite a few people here on our first stream of the year joining us for the Queens match. We really appreciate it, and thank you guys all for the shares and the likes and all that good stuff. It is how we keep things running for free. We don't ask for money. We do ask you to push a couple buttons for us, so please make sure you do that. It does make a difference, believe it or not, so every time you hit that like button for us, it definitely helps us. YouTube likes us better.
Hey, Kendall, I like you no matter what YouTube says,
Nice. Appreciate that.
man. You're pretty awesome guy, man. Probably one of the most laid back people I've ever met.
Well, now you're just making me blush, but thank you.
No problem, paper boy.
Paperboy.
Look at that hat.
Oh, that's not. No, that's Newsboy. Yeah.
Read all about
I
it.
like my hat.
I love your hat, dude. It's definitely your style. We got it's 3-0 here, Holly. Back to the match. Getting a little distracted.
It's Chad Bame walking in for our weekly tournament.
Happy New Year's, you guys. And Happy New Year's to these queens over here battling it out on the first day of the year. Getting started early. It's going to be a really good benchmark for one of these ladies starting the new year off real well, you know. I mean, obviously Connie can easily make a comeback here and really set her pool year off correctly. She's just got to grind it out a little bit here.
Supkus listening to us there, getting that like button going. Thank you very much. She said, try it. She was the first. It was fun.
Easy and fun, you guys.
Easy and entertaining.
Okay, so we got Connie taking stripes. So we got Holly at the table here. She's going to be solids. As far as starters go, I obviously jacked up on the 2-ball. And you might not be jacked up on the 7. That's the only other shot I would really consider.
I'm playing safe here. I'm going to shoot down to the 6-ball, try and leave it
On
around the
end rail.
backside and leave it on the end rail down here.
Yep, that's a 1-pocket safety, too.
That
You can even clip the 5.
Center table, really.
You can even clip the 5 if you wanted to do that, too. And
I guess I didn't see the 9, though. Maybe that's tougher than I thought. Although it looks like what she's going to do. She hit it pretty hard and couldn't have worked any better, I don't think. I don't think she left the 9, did she?
It's close. It is close. It looks like Connie's not even looking at it yet. There she goes. It's close. You can. I'm looking at her through the window here. She's really trying to get down on that and line it up. She's calling the 9, so she might have to swerve this ball a little bit. You know, see how she's lining up on the left side here. She got it.
Good shot by Connie.
That was a great shot by Connie, and now she's got the combo. Not an easy combo, but definitely a productive combo. If you make this ball, you're still rolling out.
Well, especially here, you can roll forward and you've got the 12 over there to the right side, so you don't have to play position to the ball you're hitting.
Yep.
Which is always tough.
And it looks like that angle she's got, the 14, is going to end up on the end rail. So really, that works out great if she hits this pocket speed, you know, and just play the 12-14 afterwards. She decides to play a little safety there.
Well, that's not very safe at all.
No, I feel like you got to hit that one behind the 15 if you're going to do that.
I tell you, Holly's going to be happy to take this table because this is a road map almost.
A Mickey Mouse out.
Mickey Mouse out, sure.
Yep. I think that's a DeVillers reference there.
Pa, what's going on? Happy New Year to you too, my friend. I saw you were out giving your sober rides home last night. Hopefully people took you up on that.
I got a sober ride home. I actually went to play pool yesterday in Oshkosh for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a big old room out there, huh?
Varsity?
Yep. They got a pretty good sized room out there. I got to be honest, though. These tables play the best that I've ever played on. They're really clean here at the Apple. They're super clean, really well maintained. They play how you would think a tournament table should play. So if you ever want to play some high-level pool, this is the place to do it.
That's Jeremy West just sold the Varsity Club. Actually, he owned that. He's the one that started that. It actually was Bo Dudley's back in the day. And I worked with the first owner. Then I actually worked with Jeremy quite a bit in the beginning when he started there, helping him with some projects, some plumbing projects and stuff like that. And then I actually opened the Magnet down the street. Bought into it because it was actually 80. It was the oldest pool room in Wisconsin.
Wow.
Up until closing it. But
obviously haven't been here long enough to enjoy that. But look at what Holly did to the 8-ball there.
Oh, bumped the 14 too.
She moved the 8-ball into a tough position for herself. Obviously, she can, if she does get back to the table, she'll have to move that 3-ball into the 12, I think, to get out. Connie here, she's got a chance to get out here and play the 14 next. That's a good angle to go into these balls if she wanted to.
Yeah, you got to run into them now. I don't know how that's going to turn out though.
I think I'm trying to clip the 8-ball here. I'm going to draw it into the 8-ball and not move the 12. If I hit the 8-ball, I'm always going to have a cut on the 12, and that moves the 8-ball into the middle of the table. I think that's the play here. That means you really got to dig the cue ball a little bit more than you want to. So we'll see how she lines up on this. Because, like I said, I'm really trying to not leave that. I'm trying to leave that 12 alone. If I can really just go into the 8 by itself, that's going to be your best bet. That way you know you get a shot on the 12 and you move the 8 ball into a good spot. You're playing a little bit
I
of
think it's
stun,
pretty tough
though.
to hit the 8 here. I think you got to run into the 12. Yeah, and she
She hit
still
it thick.
undercut it.
Yeah.
She came out of this, though. I don't know if she gave her the 5 here. If she didn't, she came out of that smelling like a rose.
Oh, yeah. From the straight on angle we have, it looks like it doesn't go. But she's lining up, so it must. The overhead looks like
Winking
it does.
at it, so. It never works for me when I close one eye. I can never see it better. Good shot. Worked for her.
Well, I'm
Good.
blind in one eye anyway, so
Don't close that one.
I don't
or
even
don't
have
close
to
the other one. Then.
it's like I'm winking all the time.
All right, so this is actually a pretty good angle. It's just pocket speed,
Yeah.
a little low, and
2 rails.
Perfect
2 rails.
shot.
That was beautiful speed, like you said. And so here, I mean, this is a kind of a touchy shot, though, if you ask me.
you got to draw this ball.
And
I would
she's
draw
playing
it
it
trying to clip
forward.
the 8 a little bit. She went forward. It worked
She
out
played.
perfect.
Well, perfect is a little bit of overstatement because I think you're jacked up over the 14 here. We'll see how high she aims at this
I
ball.
don't think so. I think she's right next to it. I think she just got enough room that she can just roll in. Oh, no, she's jacking up.
Second look, I think you're right, but
Well, I don't know. Now I think I'm wrong because she looks like she jacked up, but it doesn't matter
it
because
doesn't
it's
matter. She drilled it
right
dead
in the hole.
center. Dead center.
Good shot by Holly, getting her to 4 games. Connie not having a good outing today. She really, she runs a lot more than that.
I feel like it would have been interesting to see them both play 10 ball. I'm
Yeah,
surprised
rotation.
Connie went to 8 ball. And so, like, because they both say they like 10 ball the best. I'm surprised, you know. Maybe she feels like Holly will outshoot her on 10 ball. She's got a little more of a strategic game in 8 ball, which honestly, if I'm playing a higher ranked player like Connie is, obviously Holly's a little bit higher rated. I think I would prefer the strategic game myself, and that's gonna allow, because that allows me to get into the match, feel my opponent out, versus if you're playing rotation, they just get in stroke and, you know, run every rack on you. So it's 4-0 here. We got Holly breaking from
She's
the
not
middle.
made a ball in the break yet. Let's see if she can put one down this time.
I think she made one on her first break.
I don't know if that's, well, maybe. I think they've all been dry so far.
Either way, this one came up dry as well, it looks like. So Connie's coming back to the table first.
Well, the 8 ball is controlled by that 4-6.
Yep.
You got the 1-2 kind of tied up. I'd say stripes are the ball, but you got to get the 8 out of there.
I was gonna ask you, if the 8 ball is tied up, do you like going with that color or do you like going away from that color?
If there's opportunity there, I guess I'd rather have the ones that tie up the 8.
That are tied up with the 8, right? Because then, you know, if, for example, that 4 ball goes, then you break out the 8 for yourself, and there's nothing that other player can do necessarily that's straightforward to get anything else done. Oh, I can't believe that ball hung up.
Yeah, she hit it a little lazy, honestly. That's been kind of what's going on with Connie today, and she normally doesn't play that way, so.
Yeah, and I can tell that by her pre-shot, you know, she hasn't gotten started quite yet. Hopefully she gets into her rhythm, because she got the tools she needs. You can tell that by just looking at her, you know, set up and stroke the ball. But they're obviously not quite rolling her way yet. It looks like Holly's going to clean up and take the stripes herself. So now the question is for Holly is how do you get to the 8? 'Cause she did just tie it up even a little bit more.
Well, I'd kind of like drawing this here. Draw back into the 8.
Run it into it. I think she tried to do that, didn't play quite enough low. She's got this 12 in the side. She got the 10 in the side, and she wants to jack up. She's cool with it.
Let's get a shot here. 9
That's
bust
a
into
great
the 8.
shot. Yep. I'm running into the 4 ball to ensure myself.
The nice thing here is if she hits the 4, she gets the 11. If she hits the 8, she's got the 10.
Yep, you're right.
Uh-oh, you got to hit one of the two, though.
Yep. She's still running here. We got the 10 down table. But from there, the run out gets super interesting because the 14 or the 11 aren't necessarily the best break balls because if you shoot the 11 next, it's hard to get to the 14. If you shoot the 14 next, it's hard to get a good angle on the 11 to break the 8 out and have position on the 8 next. So she's gonna kick this ball. This is one of your strategies I just learned today is leave that cue ball in the end rail if you have to. And she comes out pretty good there, huh?
What's going on, Fong? How are you this morning? Happy New Year to you also.
Oh, what's up, Fong?
And famous YouTuber says he doesn't remember the brand of table. He thinks it's a Liberty Queen Anne.
Oh, Liberty Queen. I never heard of that one. I'll have to look it up.
It's like 4.5, pretty standard.
Those home table brands are so pretty. They are so pretty.
Some for sure, yeah.
Yeah, they really get into the decorative side versus the playability side. And if you're table tech or like a pool player who knows a good table tech, you can really get best of both worlds there and get a really nice looking table that plays awesome. And obviously that's living the dream a little bit, right? And beautiful table that plays like a pro tournament table, because I've seen some absolutely gorgeous tables that don't play worth a lick just because they're more of a piece of furniture at that point.
We got a storm coming or something? I just got a warning from Spectrum saying they're planning for outages.
Oh,
with
wow.
the upcoming storm.
I have no idea. My phone is dead, man. So, if it starts storming, we lose you guys, you know what happened, right? Expect us to be back up as soon as possible if it does happen. But I don't think we're quite planning on it.
Well, I don't see anything. I don't know what the heck they're talking about. I don't think they know what the heck they're talking about.
I feel like that's most weathermen, right? Weather people. But we got Connie running these balls out right now. She's got the 2-1-2 to worry about. And I guess the 4-6.
The 4-6 you can run around here. You can shoot them right around the 8. The 1-2 is you got to do something with
real issue. I like, if I have to, I think, without moving any balls at this point, she's going to play the 4 ball right here, I think. I like banking the 1. But the issue with doing that right now is that it's hard to get shape on your next ball, right? I like playing the 4 ball here with some draw, banking the 1, and then it's easier to get shape on the 6 ball down table between the 10-14 bottom left. Okay, so she rattled that ball a little bit again. I think, like you said, Kendall, she's just not quite rolling to her speed here. And Holly here, she's got the 14 to start with. That 8 ball is going to go by the 4 ball now, I believe. I think she's going to be able to hit that 8 ball clean before she catches the 6 to make that cut. If not, she can bank it down off the short rail into the bottom right. But I think she'll play the 11 here. The 10 in the bottom left corner.
Uh-oh.
It's got to sit. I think she hooked herself here. And she's sitting on the rail. So this is no easy kick.
Nick Lake says Tuesday bad weather is predicted.
Oh, so today is Sunday. There's a storm coming on Tuesday.
Yeah, we were also supposed to get 18 inches of snow or some garbage this last time, and it wasn't even close.
It was definitely on Friday, not this Friday. I think it was last Friday.
She didn't quite have enough.
Either way, man, I got stuck in the storm. You can definitely tell I'm not from Arizona because I got stuck in the snow for 4.5 hours. It was no fun. But I made it out alive somehow. It was expensive, and it was a good lesson.
Just keep a bag of kitty litter in your trunk.
No kitty litter was getting me out of what I was in, man. You should have seen it. Thing was up to my grill. Just buried on the side of the road. It was slanted outwards too, so as soon as I caught that slant on a slide, it just shot me straight off.
Oh, solid week of rain in California. What part of California are you from, YouTuber? We're that's my summer trip planned with my wife, is going up to Northern California. We're gonna drive up. We're gonna actually fly into San Francisco and then drive up Highway 1 up the coast.
Okay.
Into Redwood Country. All right, Connie, her evil plan worked. She got ball in hand out of this, so now she's got to finish this rack. She's been a little lackluster today, not the typical Connie I watch play.
Yeah, and she's definitely got an opportunity here. She's got a lot of options. She's obviously got to solve her problem here as soon as possible with the 4-6.
Oh, he lives in the big city of San Francisco, exactly where we're going to fly into.
You might have a game out there when you get out there, dude.
He said he plays barely.
Well,
I don't want to harass the man.
I'm sure he'll give you a run. I'll give you a run for him if you don't.
Yeah. I'll tell you what he's running. He said he just bought a house in Texas. I'll tell you what he's running from. It sounds a lot like Texas. Those people tax like crazy out there.
Oh, in California?
Expensive, man.
No doubt.
We almost didn't even want to take a trip there because it's so expensive.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
That's
you can
why
travel almost anywhere in the world for as much money as it costs you to go to California.
That's why I moved from Arizona. It's slowly getting that expensive in Arizona. The last 10 years, the highways and the rent, the cost of living has gone way up. So it's definitely.
And people say voting doesn't matter. All right, envelope. I'll envelope myself. Do you know about envelope, by the way?
No.
Envelope is any time that some.
That's
going to jail.
Fine.
You're going to put her in jail. Right there is what she did.
She'll have to hit this one rail with right spin, huh?
Looks like it.
Almost hit a masse kick.
So envelope is any time you or somebody that you're in the booth with starts talking about things such as politics or religion or anything that
breaking bar rules
may offend people.
Breaking bar rules.
Right, and then we just claim envelope. That is a beautiful, beautiful.
She avoid the scratch as well.
Did she call it there too?
I honestly don't think so. I think that's one of those where I would probably call it in the side and just hope for the best. Either way, she came out pretty good.
See, Supkus.
That's gonna go. It did not fall.
Supkus figured it out too. She moved out of New York City and now she just lives in upstate New York because the taxes are probably better.
Yeah. Well, look at this. Look at this game here we got going on. She's hooked on the 8. Hooked on the 10 by the 8, I should say. Or I thought so. Apparently she was dead straight. Dead straight, had just enough room to get by.
Well, she left herself a good test here.
Yeah, this is a stroke test for sure. There's no scratch. But you're on the rail. This is a full 7 foot.
Roll it in, roll it in.
Yeah.
I play at Town and Country, top of Mission Street.
This is a real stroke test. I have a problem with these balls. I always hit them too much top, just like she did. A little bit too much top.
Well, and worse yet is where she put it. But Connie really should be shooting this combination like right now, I think. She's got a really good angle for it.
True, because that 2 ball is sitting, so that's a good yeah, see, hopefully she heard you there. And it's a good opportunity to break that.
You keep saying that, they're going to think that she can actually hear us. They can't actually hear us. We're like 25 feet away.
And we got our own booth.
Yeah.
That's actually really awesome that we do have our own booth, man. Back home, we got to keep our voices down and not, make sure the players don't hear us. So we're not stressing about that here. She's going to play the 4 ball here. And so that's going to leave the 1-6 as a possible problem. Because now it looks like she's going to take the 2.
Well, and I wouldn't want to take the 2 just because you're opening up another pocket.
Right, for that 8 ball, exactly. And if you hit that 1-6-2 triple combo, like you said, you're breaking up the 1-6 for the rest of the run out and using that ball she just made in the side as a insurance ball. Those insurance balls are really, really important in 8 ball because it kind of guarantee you another shot or another shot to get shape or another shot to get safe.
Well, that's an interesting way to play that shot.
That was extremely creative. So now she's going to... Does that 6 ball go on the side? And, she can play that 6 ball 1 rail. She can play the 6 on the side, 1 rail, and come to the 1, but you got to stroke that really well. Yeah, look at that. That was actually really well hit. Or she can roll the 1 in, but then you really got to put a good amount of top. You know what? She called safety, Kendall. She called
right
safety
now
on
she
that.
did?
No, Connie called safe on that last ball. Yep, she pocketed that ball and called safe. So she left Holly a tester here for the 8, but she left her a shot nonetheless. She overcut that ball a little bit. So another trap that Connie set a little bit, which doesn't always work out. Sometimes you set a trap and they get right out of it.
I'm kind of surprised she
didn't call that 2 ball.
Cut it the other way, honestly.
Oh, that 8 ball?
Yeah.
The only reason I feel like
liked it better the other way.
Right. The only reason I feel like she probably strayed away from that is the side pocket scratch.
Uh-oh.
Get there. She got... Oh, yeah. Oh, man. It looked like it was going to get there, but it's real close. She's calling it right off the bat, so it must go.
No. Well, she did get the hit, but she's going to leave Holly pretty straight in on this 8.
Yeah.
Ouch, I agree. Well, now the pool players are starting to stream in here for our weekly tournament. Seeing some familiar faces.
Happy New Year, guys, from the Apple.
Oh, my goodness. Holly not liking the look of that shot, I guess.
We'll see what Connie does here. She's got a real chance to get back into this match. If she makes this ball, she's got a real good chance to get back into this match. Makes this 6 and get out.
She's got to get something started.
Right.
She's not been able to get anything going.
And this is her opportunity right here.
Yep.
If you make this ball, it's gonna boost. You really puff your chest out a little bit, and you make the 6 ball and get out. You're looking at 4-1 after a good stroke, and a tough shot, and you really feel like you got a good shot versus being downhill 0.
Well, I don't think she's going to be happy about that one.
Another straightforward shot for Holly, and see if she takes advantage of this opportunity. She's not quite on the rail. She'll be queuing off of the rail, but she won't be jacked up. So this is just a good, confident center ball roll. Good pace.
Well, she's not going to leave Connie very much if she would miss this, unless she hits it harder than she should.
Or far too soft, right? Yeah. This is a real good, solid stroke for Holly. She should.
Nice shot there.
Ball. So Holly's going to be uphill nil. Connor's got quite the mountain to climb here. Definitely not saying it's impossible. I've been there, and I've had it happen to me as well. Kendall, let me know about the sponsors we got going on here.
We can do that.
Clarion up on the screen right now, but obviously I'm the new guy. I'm not too familiar with all of them.
Well, let's see. We could do it this way. Let's go to our pool room view here. We'll look behind and we'll go through them. Billet Spin. We got JP Shar Custom Cues. Obviously, the Mad Apple Burger and Billiard Company, which is where we're located.
Yes, sir.
Cue It Up Podcast. That's Nate Mindham. Go check him out. Cutthroat Cue Sports. Those guys are selling billiard apparel. Erickson Auto Trim, local company here that does everything from mobility to all kinds of adaptations to your car. Clarion Inn, which is the connected hotel here. We use that for our King of the Hill series. They get free stays over there. And then obviously the Billiard Hall of Fame, Wisconsin Billiard Hall of Fame. John Kramer, keeping our pool heritage alive here in Wisconsin. And as a matter of fact, they copied him in Arizona.
There you go.
Well, they did. They loved his program, so they actually got in touch with him to start the Arizona Hall of Fame.
That's awesome.
And then we got Popalock, because none of our pool players have ever locked their keys in the car at a tournament. And we've got Brownies, Carpet and Upholstery, who does everything here. And then Christensen, I think I mentioned, he's our heating guy here too. So,
yeah, shout out to all the sponsors. I actually really like that pool room view for the break.
Yeah, it was different.
You get to see their whole stroke on that one. So it looks like she kind of might have had a little bit of a dead rack. It was another dry break from Holly. So
why change now?
Right.
It's working. She's winning.
It's working. Yep. And she's got a bunch of balls tied up here. It looks like Holly's going to take the 2 ball here and start with the solids.
Try and break it up a little bit, too, at the same time. That's a good shot there.
That was beautifully done. Now what? Do you have that 5 ball available? Even so, you're jacked up over the 10. 11 blocks you from the 3. Looks like she's going to hit the 5 here. I think if you make this ball, it's a clean hit. It's just tough, jacked up, and stretched over this ball.
I don't know what she's... Not sure what that was exactly, but...
Well, I'll tell you what, if that cue ball's on the 9 ball, that 13 does not go. If those balls are touching, she can't make the 13. If they're not, she definitely has a chance. That's Holly. And so, we've got an interesting rack here for Hill Nil. Like we said, Connie's got quite the mountain to climb, but this rack could be a good rack for her to get in stroke if she gets back to the table, which I'm assuming she will right here.
Well, she's got this 14 on the side. The problem is at 12. She didn't quite get there, but...
Yeah, that 12 doesn't go by the 1. You got to play short side.
14, yeah, that's...
Okay, Connie, I think you got to play the 6 ball right here. Play the 6, play shape for the 4. And then get to that 5 ball as soon as you can. I think that's the hardest ball to get shape on.
Well, she's definitely struggling. She doesn't need that 3 to fall there. She would have liked that to hang out.
Yeah, I would have liked that as well. So Holly's got a good starter here. Like you said, now she's still got that problem. She also has that 10 ball sitting in the middle of the table, which is, it goes as soon as she gets the 11 ball out of there. But it could go on the side as well between the 7-5. It's just not the easiest ball to get shape on either way, because I don't like there's no easy angle for the 11 to get to the 10 on the side. So if Holly's able to manage the 10 ball shape in this game, I like her winning hill and nil. I like her getting out. She's
got to play the combo here,
combo.
yeah. If she gets to the top side of the 12 ball, she's okay there too. So see if she can put this down. This would be a huge shot. Wow, what a great shot.
That was beautiful.
That hurt her just a little bit, though, because the 10 got blocked now.
Now you got to play short side for the 10 or break it out. Obviously, she's got the 9 here. I like going 9-12. That's what she likes. 9-12. And then maybe get an angle on the 13 to play short side or even run into him.
Yeah, I don't mind playing the short side of that either. I think that's pretty good. If you draw into the 1 here, it gives you almost the natural angle to do that. Uh-oh.
She rolled forward here, so she's going to be stuck. This 10 ball doesn't go. I'm playing safety right here. There's no attacking shot here. Playing safety off the 10, leaving the cue ball in the end rail. And this is I don't know if that 6 ball is off, but even if it...
It's called safety?
Yeah.
That, or she said, no, never mind.
I'm going to lock it up. Lock it up.
Well, she left the 6.
She
so
did leave the 6.
She did not want to do that, except for now it's all open for her.
Connie's got an open table. Connie really needs to capitalize here. It's a do-or-die situation here, Kendall.
Oh, I missed it. Derek said hi there from Avenue Auto. Looking for an auto near somewhere around Oshkosh, Neenah, Appleton, Green Bay. He's your man down in Oshkosh. It's not even a sponsor, and we give him props all the time.
There you go.
He's lucky he plays pool here all the time. Well, he used to. Now he's in Oshkosh all the time.
Okay. She's still running here. She might be jacked up over that 10 ball, which makes this 7 ball super challenging. But she can squeeze by it. So just buckle down here. Make this 7 ball and get out, Connie. Beautifully struck. That was beautifully struck. Here we go, Connie. Now you got the 4 ball, 1 rail, natural angle, pocket speed. And play the 5. The 8 ball goes between the 13, 12.
So we figured this out because we've got a recording of Taylor.
Yeah.
Right, that says he hit that ball terrible. And it's not fair for the ladies because, as a matter of fact, but I figured out how to do it. I just do this. I go, shh.
Oh, man. He hit that ball terrible.
It didn't work.
Yeah, with a little more practice on the timing, Kendall, I'm sure
Right.
you'll get that right down.
I forgot he said, oh, man, first.
Look at this window seat.
She got through there?
That's a keyhole.
Oh, she did, too.
That's a keyhole.
Well, and she's sitting pretty good on this 8 ball. So this is it, guys, for the queen match to end here. Got our jesters moving in the door. And she puts it
Well
down for a
done, Holly.
6-0 win. I think that's
They
the
hug
first
it
time
out.
we've ever had that. Connie just had an off day today. She really wasn't executing quite the way that she typically would.
Right. I'm sure if you asked her, she would probably tell you the same thing. And, we all have those days, So it's really important to have those days, and it's really important to learn from those days.
Yeah, and I mean, she's played a few times, so she just was having one of those days for sure. Holly played well. Didn't give her a lot of opportunities past the opportunities given to her.
Yeah.
So she wasn't given a lot back. So Connie would have liked to have a few shots back. She's probably lining up now. But want to thank everybody for joining us. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
We're going to be back in about an hour.
Happy New Year's, you guys.
Happy New Year's, absolutely. And anyways, we're going to be back in about an hour for the Jesters match. We look forward to that coming up here. Meanwhile, if you want to jump over, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page. Make sure that you like, follow, all those other good things, and make sure you're sharing our stuff when it goes out. That's how we keep this thing going. And famous YouTuber, make sure you make it back. Check out the Jesters and the Knights later this afternoon.
Absolutely.
Along
Turn
with
your
everybody
notifications on, you guys. If you turn your notification on, you won't miss the
That's
stream.
that little bell. It tells you
Yeah,
every
ring
time
the
we
bell.
go live. You bet. Ring the bell. So.
All right.
All right,
Thanks,
well,
guys.
thanks, Kyle. I appreciate it, too.
No problem, Kendall. I enjoy it.
All right, guys. You guys enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and we'll see you in about an hour.
Signing out.